This video is to explain how stupid this particular atheist argument is, where they say the Bible is from the Bronze Age, therefore it's wrong. That's it. This is actually not just an ad novitatem fallacy, not just a petitio principii fallacy. It's also an ad hominem fallacy, because they're implying that the people, since they lived in such an ancient time, they didn't know much about the world, supposedly. And generally that was true. But, knowing what kind of creatures live in the Amazon on the other side of the world from Israel, that's totally irrelevant to knowing about God. That's trivia. You don't need to know that. So that's irrelevant. And that's the ad hominem is implied in the Bronze Age myths argument. Now, it's petitio principii, which means circular reasoning. I prefer Latin to English, that's why I say it. So, it's circular reasoning. Why? Because just because something is old doesn't mean it's wrong. And the thing is, atheists shoot themselves in the foot because their argument is a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. And they're hurting themselves because, they're punching themselves, these drunkards, in the darkness, the spiritual darkness that they love so much. Because one day everything they believe will be old. In which case, they must be believing in myths because they're old, right? In the future they're going to be old. If they're going to be wrong later, that means they're going to be wrong now. So this is an idiotic argument to say the Bible is from the Bronze Age, so it's wrong. You're a bunch of pseudo-intellectuals. All of your arguments are shit. My channel has a record of how shitty your arguments are. And anyone can defeat you because you're paper tigers. All it takes is time and effort. Not much effort, really. So, no. One day everything you believe will be old. And some of the things you believe are already old. What is the Big Bang except regurgitated Hindu cosmology myth? The universe exploded! Of course you don't word it that way because then it sounds idiotic. And so you use words to try to make it look better. Let's not call him a garbage man. Let's call him a sanitary technician. You try to use words to make something look good, but in the end it's the same shit. Not that a garbage man is shit, but he smells like shit. That's a different topic. I'm talking about what they believe. They believe time exploded. I'd have videos proving the Big Bang wrong. Diffraction causes redshift. You don't need the Big Bang to explain that. Atheists don't think for themselves. They believe there's only one possible way to explain redshift. They don't even think outside the box. They don't even consider thinking about outside the box. They're afraid of doing so. And it requires intellect some of them don't seem to have. But many do have that power. They just don't tap into it because they don't want the truth. So, Bronze Age myths is an idiotic argument. Atheists are very irrational. They hate reason. And they will go to hell.